Pro tip: have faith in a higher power. I think I just had a divine intervention. Let me explain. I took my mom and my bookkeeper Jessica to Joel Olstein at Yankee Stadium the other day. After I escorted the ladies to their seats, I asked them if they'd like anything to eat or drink. Naturally they did, and I made my way to the concession stand. A little old man and his wife cut the entire line right before it was my turn to order. As if this wasn't odd enough, this guy made eye contact with me, turned red, and immediately pointed at me and started berating me and saying things like, "He doesn't love you. You're a horrible person. You're not welcome here. God doesn't love you, Mr. Pro Tip." I thought this was really odd because I didn't even recognize the guy. Yet he was the living, breathing embodiment of pure hatred, and a little liquored up too. For a minute, I almost questioned myself and my entire existence. Then I remembered something. I don't do that shit. Then it dawned on me where I knew him from. He was one of my baby mama's drinking buddy's husbands. I'd previously bailed him out of foreclosure, made no money on the transaction, mostly because he refused to pay, and my business partner and I are the reason why him, his wife, and his entire family are in the home they're in today. No good deed goes unpunished. And the night before I found out my youngest daughter was conceived, I did spend an evening at his house naked in his hot tub with him, his wife, and my future baby mama, and I'm not saying anything too serious happened, but I'm also saying that I'm me. Make of that what you will. I broke out my phone and started recording the spectacles. I thought to myself, nobody's gonna believe this. Leave it to me to have somebody pick a fight with me at the world's largest mega church. Wow, that's kind of impressive. I got haters. The berating and shit-talking kept going, and then something absolutely amazing happened. Everybody online started yelling back at him. God loves everybody. This is a peaceful event. Set your differences aside. You are accusing him of something. Satan himself was known as the accuser. I felt my blood boil and the rage come up from the ground. It was go time. This is one of the moments I live for. It was at that point in time that a large man standing behind me put his hand on my shoulder and said,
"Be cool, son. The Lord will sort this out."
I felt this man's presence behind me was a little comforting and it calmed me down. Then I looked down at my phone. I realized I forgot to hit record, and I hit record again and caught the tail end of it.
Terrible human being.
Anybody who knows me knows that I sometimes tend to over-confront things, and I found it incredibly comforting and peaceful that I had the backing of the world's largest megachurch behind me. After they were gone, I turned around to thank the large gentleman who put his hand on my shoulder, comforted me, helped me cool down, and held me back. And he wasn't there. There was nothing but 6 lines of people, most of which were incredibly short women. I asked all the women online behind me, where was the big guy who held me back? Where did he go? And they told me, there was no big guy behind you.
This was divine intervention. You know what divine intervention is?
There's forces at work in this world greater than you or I. Obviously, there's something bigger going on, and he loves all of us. I forgive that angry little dude, and I'd like to thank him and the Most High. That was one hell of an enlightening experience, and without that confrontation, I would not have begun to conquer the last fear I have on earth. Myself. FLCS. And if you got one of these and you're stuck, this is how you talk to Chuck.